Hey, what's up, everybody? Dylan with E7 Music School, and I'm one of the drum teachers here alongside Jeremy Donson, which you may know of him if you are already on the channel. And today we're going to be breaking down Tears Don't Fall by Bullet For My Valentine. It's a pretty cool song. There's a lot of double bass parts in here, so we'll have some fun with that. A lot of repeating sections, so if you like this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite part was, all that good stuff. And then let's just go ahead and get into it. That's the first part of the song. If you saw, it's just that 4-bar phrase repeated a couple times. So let's just go ahead and get into it. You hear the very first, like, let's go. So, let's go. We're going to crash with both hands. If you only have one crash, then just crash with one. It's not that big of a difference. A good rule of thumb is to not play your crashes louder than 80% of their natural volume. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and start with that first crash, so crash. And then we're going to do an 8th note driving bass. So regular driving bass, if we think about it, is just, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, right? We do it on the quarter notes. So here, just do it on the 8th notes instead. Really, really simple. And then we're putting the crash over the top of it. So we're doing. If you wanted to count that, you would be doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so now going back just a little bit, we're going to add the snare on 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we're adding the snare on 3, giving it this like halftime feel while everybody else is in full time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two things, too. You can play this either with just 1 foot or 2 feet. I kind of do it interchangeably. I really like doing 1 foot. I also like doing 2 feet. But honestly, I prefer doing 2 just because we're doing the 4th measure when we speed up. It's a little bit easier for me, personally, but you can pick whatever you want. Speaking of the 4th measure, let's do that. So we have 3 of these. And then in 4, we do 4 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1. 4 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1. 4 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1. So we're adding the 16ths halfway through the measure on 3. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4E and a 1. Just like that. So putting that all together now, we have those first 3 measures, and then the 4th measure with 16-note double bass halfway through it, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. One quick thing I wanted to mention, I do the double crash every other measure, so if I start with 1 double crash on 1, then I'm going to do it again on 3, and so on and so forth. So now we're repeating these 4 measures multiple times. So a good thing to do is probably to start slow and then gradually speed up, especially with double bass like this. I'll probably make another video just on ankle technique, but for right now, this is totally stompable, and what I mean by stomping is like the running motion of double bass, so that is totally fine to do for this song. It's not completely fast where you need to be using ankle motion. So now we have those 4 measures. Let's just quickly go over them one more time. 2, 3, 4. You could also think about adding that double bass on the snare where you do starts on that snare in 4. So now we're repeating that multiple times. Let's go ahead and listen to that with music. And there's a fill coming up. I want to go over that fill with you guys really quick. Let's do that. This one. That fill right there is a little bit deceptive. It's not as hard as it sounds. it is all 16ths. We're going to be doing 4 on our snare drum, and then 2 here, and then the rest of them are all 2. So after the 4 here, technically they're all 2. So, and you got 1 2, and then 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 all the way around. And then crash with bass drum at the end, like always. One more time, let me do that fill for you guys. At speed. Alright, so you're starting to see how this is coming together. What we need to do is figure out where this fill goes. So let's do that really quick. Spoiler alert, it's going to go on 4, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So not exactly on 4, it's going to go on the and of the 1 of 4, which is confusing. So we're not even going to think about it like that unless you like to be confused. If you want to think about it counting wise, you would think of it 4 and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1. 4 and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1. There's a little bit of a gap there between that first crash. 4 and. So it's the and of that 4. As soon as you say 4, right there. Cool. I want to start thinking about these as phrases instead. We're going to use the word phrase here to think about all 4 measures. So at the end of the second phrase, we do that fill. The third phrase is going to be the same one as the first one where we just did just that, right? That's going to be the same. The fourth phrase has a different fill. It's going to go like this. And then you're going to choke your cymbals. I don't have a choke for my china, so I can't. But you would imagine that. 1 2 3, bass flam, bass crash. And you can do the flams. I'm not super picky on flams and what toms I use. Right? Honestly, a lot of drummers aren't very picky about how they do their fills. Quick flashback to this one. Sometimes I'll play it like this, with the basses instead of the tom. Right, I could replace the first 4. Right, and I'm still doing the same fill, just like a little bit different. So with these, totally fine to just do whatever you want. The main thing is doing that bass flam motion. That's what we're going after. Okay, so the spacing for this is going to be the same as the second phrase where we did this fill. Right? And we're starting with that crash. So 4. Okay, so let's go over all 4 of these phrases really quick. So we have the first one, double bass 16ths. Second one, which is our long 16th note fill. Third one, which is the same as number 1, and then number 4, which is this one that we just went over. So let's try to play all 4 of those right now with music. Let's go for it. I'm going to start at 17 seconds. Here we go. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more questions or anything like that, just let me know. If you liked this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, go ahead and follow us on all our social medias. If you have any other questions, go ahead and let me know down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and then I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.